If you're a fan of the 2013 smash hit The Last of Us, boy, do I have some news for you. Let's get into this, shall we? Oh, coffee. It's the nectar of life, isn't it? Ha! Hello, friends of the YouTube. Welcome to another crazy adventures of Chris Chavis here at Nerd News, a show created for nerds by a nerd. And in today's episode, if you haven't seen the title of this episode or even saw the thumbnail, we're going to talk about The Last of Us and how it's turning into a TV show, guys. What? But before we get into that, if this is your first time here, please hit the like, the subscribe, the notification bell to be notified of all future episodes as I create them here on my tiny laptop. Okay, so The Last of Us. Now, if you're a gamer, you will understand how important this game is and how amazing it is when it came out in 2013 and how it still holds up to this day. If you're not a gamer and you're not familiar with this game, well, let me fill you in on the synopsis so you know what the heck we're talking about. So The Last of Us is a video game, like I said, created in 2013 by the fantastic game company called Naughty Dog. Now, the game is set in a post-apocalyptic world, and it follows the survival story of Joel and Ellie. Now, Ellie and Joel work together as they travel across the country, or what's left of the country, in hopes to find the cure for a disease that wiped out the entire population of humanity, essentially. Now, this is one of those games that is rare. Once in a while a game comes along that just really hooks you with its story. It's not like a simple game like Mario. Everyone knows the simple story of Mario. No one plays Mario for their story. It's a Luca. It's a princess. We need to save her. We have found her. Yay, let's go to eat the meatballs. No, it's a little bit more complex than that. Plus, there's all kinds of really creepy monsters in this, and it's fantastic. No, but seriously, this is one of those games where it's almost like Game of Thrones, where you get emotionally involved in the characters, except for the characters don't die left and right, so maybe it's a bad example, but you get really invested into these characters. Now, this game has 3 specific elements to it that kind of shape it up and make this game exactly what it is and why it appealed to the audience. It's action, it's drama, and has horror in it. There's some really creepy scenes in this game, and to picture this played out live action, well, yes. So this fantastic game is being developed into a TV show on HBO, and it is being developed by the creative team behind HBO's huge hit Chernobyl. So the writers of that show are jumping over to this, and that same creative team is partnering up with the vice president of Naughty Dog to not just help produce the show, but also help write and produce the sequel to The Last of Us, The Last of Us 2. This is going to be the first show from Sony Interactive Entertainment and the first show for PlayStation Productions. So it's kind of a big deal. Now, HBO got really pumped about this, and they tweeted out the Firefly symbol. Now, the Firefly symbol is a militia group that's in the game, and it's a short little thing, but when the fans saw it, they lost their minds. Now, The Last of Us is a very popular game, and just that story alone, forget it's a video game, that story alone makes for exciting TV. We almost saw what this is going to look like during Logan. Hugh Jackman was Joel, and the little girl was Ellie. It was perfect. It worked perfect. They need to just cast them in it and just call it a day. But how popular was The Last of Us when it came out? Good question. Let's crunch some numbers and I'll let you know. Well, Sony sold 17 million copies, so that's pretty good. And the sequel is scheduled to come out May 29th, 2020. So with popularity of the original and now the show's going to come out, the sales for Last of Us 2 are going to go boop, 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 boop. You best believe I'm going to watch this show. Gamer or not, I am a huge sucker for post-apocalyptic stuff. I don't know why. It's just something about that world, and anything can happen. If you haven't had a chance to play the game, if you have a PlayStation, pick it up. It's probably only $20 at this point, but it's such a great game. Now, this is just a short little episode, guys. There really wasn't much that came out about this, just the announcement and the tweet. There's no rumors about casting. None of that's out yet. We all want Hugh Jackman to be Joel. Let's just face it, it worked perfectly. But what did you guys think? Did you enjoy the video game? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know what you think. And guys, if you enjoy my show, check out my Instagram and Twitter account. I post all kinds of things on there daily so that you know what's going on. comic book world, movie world, heck, even motor vehicle world. I mean, I talked about the Cybertruck. I even have a video, an episode on the Cybertruck. It's pretty intense. Thanks for watching, guys. I truly appreciate it. And if you watch Logan again, just take out all the mutants, put monsters in their place, and set it in a post-apocalyptic world, and you have The Last of Us, essentially. Yeah, come on, we need to get on that casting. We need to sign a pension somewhere. Is there any way we can get this working?